All right. We can start. Tutu's here, apparently. Okay, so did everybody just see the sun disappear behind the horizon here? Welcome to the stream, by the way. I wanted to show this off at the beginning of the stream because it's something I worked on. Hopefully you can hear my audio okay. Maybe this is a little bit loud. But anyway, let me just go to the time of day here so we can repeat that. Look at the sunset. Oh, Grubby's here. Grubby's here. Welcome. The lads are here. Okay, so the title of this stream is A New Horizon, and normally that phrase is said metaphorically, but I mean that literally. Literally, I rewrote the code for the horizon. So we can see that the sunset now perfectly has a nice reflection in the water, and as that sort of disappears. And the other very crucial part, it's a little white. The sun? The sun should be more yellow, you think? Yeah, there's probably something I could do on that. But let me... Sorry. Because, yeah, I do actually feel like there should be some more scattering or something near the horizon to make the sun a different color. Like, more like red or something like that during sunset. But you're right. There is some tweaking we can still do. But let me show you... the horizon goes out further. So, like, if we go up to a really high place, this will, like, kind of really demonstrate the difference between what we... Oh, and we got the moon, too. So that actually looks pretty cool, I think. I'm gonna quickly go find the code for the horizon here. And then I'm gonna, so in skybox.fsh here, I'm just gonna set this to if 0. So that you guys can see all the stuff that I did. And then I'm gonna reload. That's where the horizon cut out before. Which is not infinite. In fact, that's a little bit before the far plane that it cuts out. But I did some fancy work, and so let me bring this back to use the skybox shader to render the rest of the water so that I don't need to worry about rendering gigantic quads. Actually, there's a little bit of discontinuity here, but I don't know how I'm going to solve that. But basically, this is actually a sphere. We're doing like a sphere intersection test in the shader. By the way, the shirt again today. We're doing a sphere intersection test in the shader against like your view direction against the Earth, and that is defining what we actually do for where the edge of the world is. So I think that works pretty well. Yeah, so we could probably do some atmospheric stuff there. Actually, why don't we work on that a little bit right now? So that's going to be tweaking the shader. So I believe we can go here. Let's get it back to the time of day that we wanted. Let's get just in a place where we have music so that it'll be more interesting for you guys auditorily. Okay, so let's go to sunset time. So we'll click on our time of day manager and we'll adjust the offset. Double sun. Okay, so the sun is coming down. Ahoy, Grub. Yeah, Grubby is here as well. Okay, minus 80. Yeah, that's almost touched the sun. So, as we get down here, the sun is about to disappear below the horizon. So right here, I'm going to pause the game. And then we're going to go into the code here. If you guys can see this. This is the... Ooh, this is going to be a little bit messy, but I'm going to go to... In here, we have this, Where do I... Okay, so, Fade Fog here. This is doing this skybox thing. So, we need to do... I'm just gonna copy this. Oh, actually, it's, I actually want to see mesh.vsh. So, horizon clipping. This is how we know we're in the right shader. And then we're gonna do, end if. And here we can do some extra math. So, this is gonna be quite simple. I'm gonna mix the color with right now I'm gonna hard code this in the shader. Let's do full on red, and then we can tweak the color a little bit later. So red is 100, and then the thing that we're gonna mix is we're gonna do Ooh, wait. Are we gonna be able to... Because we don't have the world space coordinate in the shader here. Let me see. So this is just going off distance. But let's do... normalize. Because the thing... oh, we could, well, here's what we can do. We can do position v space. We can transform it into... So we have a bunch of matrices here. So I'm gonna do world view inverse. There's gonna be a lot of hard coding here, so this is gonna be kind of messy. Put the plant there, nobody will notice the discontinuation. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna do world view inverse, which is a 4-dimensional matrix multiplied by then we're gonna take the dot y. So we're gonna do smooth step. Okay. And then 1 to 0. And let's... Oh, wait, this needs to be in a... Okay, let's see. Does that compile? No, that seems like that did not compile. Do we have errors? For some reason, the errors used to show in the console, but they're not showing right now. Let's just look at the log. There's a compilation error somewhere. Okay, invalid operands. Oh, here's why. There's no operator overloading in GLSL. It's because it's a special kind of matrix. So, what do my functions look like? Let me take a look. So Matt, row major. Okay, so, well, this is what I need to do. Okay, so, just do that. I think that's gonna fix it. Save that. Reload our shaders. No, that still failed. Why is that? Invalid, 1 second. Error. I'm just looking through to see if I can find one there. Okay, so color conflicts with previous declaration. Oh, it's because I'm I'm defining it here. So if I reload this now, there we go. But we're not getting red. Let's turn off the bloom for a second, just so we can see what's going on. So we should be getting a little bit of red near the horizon there. So let's tweak. Okay, so the dot. Vec3. Oh, it's okay. It's because of emission. So this needs to happen right at the end, after the emission. So this is going to be... So I'm going to do else. Gonna put this in that branch there, right? Oopsies. Okay, so color is this, blah blah, and then color buffer equals this. Okay, so let's try that. Go back to the game. Okay, so that's because it's right near the horizon. That's fully red now. Now, so I think we can multiply this by some small constant to get a... Okay, let's continue multiplying it. Oh, actually... Whoopsies, I think we need to... 10? Multiply by a larger thing? Okay, so... Let me just remove this, so... Okay, so... That is... Just gonna go off the y-coordinate here. Let's reload that. Okay, so now it's completely... so now let's do 0.1 times that. Okay. 0.000. We should see a little bit of red. Oh, okay, so when it gets bigger... Okay. So at 0, it's going to be completely white, and I want it to go red as it goes up. So... Oh, it could be negative. I see. That's possible. So let's do 255 minus that. 256. Because I think that's where the horizon is, roughly. Okay, we got something there. 0.1 times that? What happens there? Do we get a gradient? Why is my gradation? Okay. Let's do something simpler. Well, let's use a dot product. Let's dot product it against the horizon, because I think that's actually what we need. So, we're gonna do... Let's actually do position view space dot the up vector, which is here, 0, 1, because y is up in our world system. So let's try that again. Okay, that did something. Okay, so and what's if we do 1.0 minus that? Well, that flips it around on that. I just want it to fade to red at the horizon. But it's too early for me, apparently, for me to figure that out. By the way, we do have a caffeinated beverage today because it is the morning here in the Eastern Time Zone. I mean, it's 11, but I called my company Noonrise Productions for a reason, because I get up late. Anyway, today's caffeinated beverage is actually an international one. We have yerba mate, which is a sort of like a tea, but it's highly caffeinated. It's not tea, it's its own plant. It's from South America. This particular bag of yerba mate I have is from Argentina, the nation of Argentina. But it's also very popular in many South American countries like Brazil. The particular preparation I am drinking at the moment, because I just brewed it in a teapot, is called, in Brazil, it's called chá mate, which is, like, literally just means mate, tea, in Portuguese. And it's just kind of like you brew it as if you brew tea. And it's pretty good. It's like it tastes like an earthy, like, very caffeinated green tea, you know what I mean? A little bit different, because it's a little bit of its own thing, but you should try it if you get the chance. So they usually sell it in, like, these big, big vacuum-sealed bags. You usually use a lot of it to brew your tea. But yeah, yerba mate is pretty good. Anyway, so I want to mix this based on. So let's just view whatever this vector looks like. Because I think that's going to be educational. Okay, so it's the dot with the up vector. And it doesn't compile. Why doesn't it compile? Now, do I have too many brackets? Oh, I'm missing a semicolon. Okay. So 0 means it's right at my... So if I... Oh, okay, so that's interesting. So when I tilt, you can see where the line is. So I want that line to be a little bit wider. So, let's do norm... Wait, do we have... Yeah, okay, actually. I'm going to replace, instead of the view position, I'm going to do I. What happens now? Okay, let's reverse time a little bit so we can get the look back to what we want. Okay, so. And what if we do minus here? Okay, so let's now replace this with our... So the whole thing is we should have been using the I vector instead. Okay, so let's replace that. Ah, okay, that's starting to look like a gradient with the sun. So why is the one up here fully black? Let's do smooth step. Or let's just do saturate. Okay, so now that's fully red, and that's... Okay. That's interesting. So... And I need to... What happens if I reverse this? Okay. So that's kind of what we want. That's the gradation we're looking for. But... This is... 0.5 times that. What happens if we do that? That moves that down. What happens if we keep doing an even smaller number? 0. Okay, that becomes fully red. It might be too early for me to do math, so we might try doing something a little bit different, because it is, my brain is not firing on, the cylinders we need to do shader math. So, in that case, oh. One more thing. No, okay. I'm just gonna comment this all out, and we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue this off stream because this is clearly too much for this morning. We're gonna have to leave shader math to the afternoon streams. So this is just how it was before. We're gonna turn Bloom back on. Looks great. Okay, so that's good enough for now. But let's do what I planned on doing anyway on stream. We have some bosses, and we need to make them better. Specifically, we have this guy, Behemoth, over here. Yeah. And I think we're going to work on some animations for him, which is going to be interesting. Basically, he needs some attack animations and stuff, and he also needs to attack in general. So, I'm going to quit out of here, and we're going to go into Blender and do a little bit of work. Yeah. So, let's get the audio on. Let me know if the audio's too loud or whatever. So I'm going to go open Blender here. And we're going to open up Behemoth. .blend. Screen shake when he takes a step. Yeah, I might do something like that. Although with screen shake, you got to be aware that that needs to be... You need to be able to toggle that off in the options because some people get very sick from it. Okay, so we're going to open up Behemoth. Does he have a rig? And is there a Behemoth animated file? Okay, so first I'm going to hide the bake stuff because we don't need to see that right now. We only need to see the... Okay, so it looks like I did not actually generate him a rig, so I'm going to do that right now. So if we go into animation here, you can see he's got these bones. Oh, actually he does have a rig. I just have it hidden. So let's re-enable the rig. It's very annoying to work with these bones because like they don't do IK or anything. So we're just gonna toggle on the control rig here. So we have some animations, but I think I just imported them from something else. So we have our walk animation. That's decent. We have some Mixamo animations that I added before. So let's go to our Blender file. What actions do we have? These are probably... We don't need these. Okay, so walk. What is slash? I think these are probably just... Okay, yeah, these are busted animations. I think I just imported them from the Wish. So I'm going to go back to walk. We're just going to delete all these animations. Here, we don't need them. They're all old from a different rig. So I think we're going to start with an attack animation. So let's create a new animation. And we're going to call this 01 attack. So I'm going to start this by selecting everything, deleting all these keyframes. We're going to enable auto keyframe. We're going to select all the bones, and we're going to clear transform. Okay, so he's now starting from a T-pose. And also he has this eyeball bone that we can manipulate. His feet are a little bit starting close together. But that's okay. We can just adjust them in the animation. So we're just going to tweak these. So, I feel like he should have a club or something. So what we're going to do, just for our reference, we're going to add a cylinder. This is actually not going to be in the final model. And we're going to add a constraint, and it's going to do copy location from. So this is the armature here, and the bone is going to be his right hand. Is that right? That seems okay. Maybe not his hand. Is it? What do we pose mode? What's this bone called? This is the FK, the FK hand. So actually, we're gonna copy the position from that bone. That didn't move it. Okay, well, I think we can go into here, go into edit mode, and we're just we're also gonna copy the rotation from the same one, actually. And then pick the FK right, the same bone. So now it should copy. If you rotate this bone, see, that's gonna move the this is just gonna be like a club. This is just a placeholder for now. But it's parented now inside Blender. So let's go into edit mode on this guy and just move it so that it's in the hand correctly. In edit mode, because that's fine for now. This is just so that we have our so I'm gonna scale it down that way. I'm gonna extrude it along here. So there's our club for now. And he's going to use that to smack us with. And just for now, let's shade smooth. So now we can go back into pose mode and start modifying our pose to adjust that. So I'm gonna now just tweak all these to wrap around the actually, it looks like we should actually move this guy over. All right. That's good enough. So, I All right, so the original position for his attack when he starts the attack, so he's gonna come smack it down on us, right? That's the idea. It's like a so. Let's just get a good pose here for the opening blow. So he's gonna have it lifted up here, right? And we're gonna so this is gonna come in a little bit. This hand is gonna twist. Just trying to get the... This is a little bit irritating to do in FK, but that is how this particular rig is set up at the moment. Actually. Okay, so. Let's just get that. Like that. Okay, yeah, he's gonna bring the hammer down on us. Hello, hi all. Welcome to the stream. We're just doing some boss battle animations here. This should be set to local. That's a little bit easier to adjust. Yeah, you're on the early stream for Thursday morning. Okay. And we're just gonna curve the fingers in a little bit. How's it going? It's going great. All right, that should be good for here. And this guy's thumb also needs to move. Okay, so now we got to get his leg pose. This is just the opening pose. So his knees are going to be bent, and he's going to be now you just see what I did there? That's the beauty of IK. His feet position are determined automatically, and he's dancing to the music apparently. Yeah, there we go. Okay, anyway. His feet position are determined automatically, so if I push him down, his feet stay in the same place. And his feet should be a little bit further apart when he's going to come and smack us. And one of them should be up. I guess if you're coming to strike, your right hand is here, your opposite leg should be coming in, right? So this guy is going to be a little bit behind. And this guy's going to be a little bit ahead. So that looks about right. Okay, so that's frame one. This is the key pose here. Like dancing, exactly. Is his back... And do I need to adjust his... Yeah, let's... That's good. And head, should the head be... And let's tilt his eyeball. His singular cycloptic eyeball. Okay, cool. So, that's the first frame. Now I'm gonna do the hit frame when it's on the ground, and then we can start doing the in-between frames. So, his whole body is gonna be tilted because this. I'm doing it on frame 45. We'll see what frame we want to end on, but so. That's probably going to need to be forward. His... Okay, so... I feel like actually it would be easier if these arms were in IK. I'm wondering if I should. No, it's fine. FK is fine for now. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do auto IK just for now. So I can get the... Because we need to work on the arc later. But, oh, okay, I can't do auto IK for that. Never mind. So. Oh, here's what I can do. I can do... Snap frame. IK to FK. No, FK to IK. Oh, shit. I did snap and I'm not snap frame. That's going to take a second. Okay. Well, now this guy is in IK. I'm going to undo that. Okay. I'm going to do snap. Snap frame. So I believe now we're in IK. So now we can just move the hand and it's gonna move. Although now, because we're using the IK bone, this was following the FK bone. So I'm actually gonna have this do hands. Yeah, okay, so instead of... No, hand.r. There we go. So now we can move this guy around in IK, and it will follow. Because basically we want it to be right on the ground. And in order to do that, we need to move his... Yeah. Okay, so bend this, because we can put his knee like basically straight to the ground. So this needs to come forward. And this guy needs to go back, I think. We can go a little bit lower. And can we go lower here? Like... actually, no, this needs to go back. Yeah. He's like smacking us on the ground. That's the idea. So... Can I tilt this one? No. Okay. And the head can be tilted more up. A little bit cursed, but it's okay. So that's going straight to the ground. Okay. So, now, let me just rotate this guy to match here. Now we have our end frame. So let's see what the animation looks like. Wait, oh, this needs to go back to FK. So, why is that? I guess this is, well, it's IK now, I guess. Why is he all twisted? Okay. Oh, okay, so I need to rotate his... Yeah, this kind of stuff is way easier in FK, so I'm gonna go... Okay, so now this guy's back... This is now back in FK, so I can start tweaking these things. Let's go back to local. Yeah, when you're in FK, when you're in IK, it's very hard to get the exact arm angles that you want, like the elbow bends and everything. can I, but this guy, maybe I can have him in IK. Okay. So bend this guy inward a little bit. Okay. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Can we? Okay, so as you can see, it's a little weird. And where's our... So this is in FK. No. He's in IK now. So we got to go back to this frame here. Set this to 1. No. Set this to 1. Now we're back in. Okay, so. We'll start with one of these in-between frames, and we're going to tweak it. Because this does not look right, as you can see. Like, this is not a good swing. See, he kind of compresses in here, which is not good. The arc isn't right. This needs to twist out that way. So actually, can we just... Let's do a middle frame. Let's do frame 25. So, see, this is facing all the wrong way. So let's start with this guy. What mode are we in? Okay. Okay, so... I want to make this FK. It's a little complicated when you got all these rigs and everything. But... his arm... Basically, I want it to be more extended, is the whole thing. Okay, what does that look like now? I'm just doing this arm. This other arm, I'm going to have it follow along afterwards. Okay, so... That's a little bit better. Also, what's our, let's go into the graph editor. Okay, good. This is... Just taking a look. One moment. I just gotta check something. It's a little bit... So I feel like it's just the other arm is like making it look a little... I mean, that's not the only thing, but... There's this weird... Okay, so let's... I'm just gonna completely... Basically... replace this. So we're gonna add a constraint here. A bone constraint. We're gonna add a copy location. We're gonna try a copy location, and we're gonna insert keyframe here to on, so that it's only on in this animation. 1 second. Okay, so this guy. Oh, that was the... So this is the IK one. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna set that... Wait. Set that to 1, actually. We're gonna... No, 0. We're gonna do full IK for this entire animation. So, copy location of armature and hand. Okay. So, that's not... So I think we need to add some kind of marker that's attached to the hand, or attached to the club or something, so that we can see it. So I'm gonna do... we're gonna add a empty plane axes. We're gonna move it to the position we want this hand to go. And now, I think... So now if we take our constraint here, and we actually do copy location, we can use the empty here. And so now it's going to follow that. So see, now his arm kind of automatically follows that. And then what if we copy rotation? We'll copy rotation of the same empty. Okay. As you can see, the rotation is messed up, but we can fix that. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go here. This guy is... So this guy does rotate as that rotates. So, all we need to do is rotate this guy until we get the rotation that we want on the hand. And then the hand's gonna follow that, more or less. So, as long as it can, so. Ooh. So that's ultimately what we want in the end. I guess we can animate that. Oh, it is being animated. Yes, okay, cool. So. Okay. we just gotta basically tweak this until it's right, which is irritating. There's probably a better way of doing this, eh? But... okay. I think I actually want this to be the same as... so I'm gonna copy these guys, and they should be in the attack. Why is that? Why did that mess everything up? Alright, that's fine. Actually, that works way better. Okay, so. He's an attack, and he's an attack. I hope Blender does the right thing when I export this. Oh, I need to probably move this guy. This is, oh, not this one. This is the IK target for the arm. So this controls which way his arm is twisted. It's actually quite important. Okay, cool. So, here we want it to be. Okay, so where is it weird? It's weird here. Because this guy needs to be twisted. Okay, cool. Okay, so it's more or less following it now. This is this weird thing at the end. Oh. So it looks like that guy got to the end first. Because it's slowing down here. So I think one of the problems is that we have ease in, ease out, which is not what we want for an impact. Animating a character from scratch must be a huge undertaking. It kind of is. Also, I'm not that good at it. So, there's definitely people in GP, for example, that are better at it than me. So, what's going? Is that the... where's the arm? That's the knee target there. Yeah, it's leg pull. Okay, so. Yeah, this is a weird position here. Yeah. Whoopsies. Okay. Okay, so I think this needs to be full FK. This arm here. So we're going into IK here at the end, but we need it, we actually want it to be full. So, snap frame. Okay, cool. So now it's FK the whole time. So now I can edit the curve, which is really important. So generally, I want these curves to look, and we're gonna go the Euler rotation is what we care about. So Basically, I want it to constantly accelerate towards this thing, and you see here how it kind of eases into it? I actually want that to be... Actually, especially for this, let's start with the end bone. We have like an ease in, ease out where it slows down near the end. I don't want that. I want like a very fast hit, right? So, the way we do that is, let's look at our Euler rotations. We have basically like a Bezier curve, right? For each of the axes. And what we want to do is we basically want to tweak that guy so it's more like a sharp edge. Because he's hitting the ground. It's got to be like a deceleration. Like, it can't be like a slow deceleration. It has to be like a impact. If you know what I'm saying, right? So the change in velocity needs to be sharp. If you know it. So, what does that look like? Okay. So that's just for that, but we need to do it for all of these joints here. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. There's like a weird here. This is like kind of a weird pose. So this keyframe here, I'm just gonna fix these poses. Yeah. And the arm should be more bent, you know what I'm saying? So. Nope, that's not the right one. That's what I'm saying. So, see here we got the sharp edge. We don't have it for the elbow bone here. So I'm gonna select all these guys, just gonna grab the handles and make it very sharp here. Let's see what that looks like. It's still doing a little bit. So I'm gonna... Okay, let's change the handle type here to exponential. Actually, I want that to be... Maybe busy is fine. Yeah, like that. That's what I want. So like that, kind of. If you know what I'm saying. I'm probably doing a bad job of this, but it is, This is a part... Oh, Okay, so this... It's this weird thing here. What's going on here? Why is he moving inward? I feel like there's... I don't want this lateral movement here. So what I need to do, I guess, is... Is there a location thing that's being tweaked? No. Which bone is being... Because there's this push here. I feel like... Okay, so what you can do is I can... Let's disable these F-curves. Ooh. So it is this bone here. It's the one that I have selected that's causing that weird movement at the end. So let's re-enable those F-curves here. So maybe I actually want... Let's try that. Okay. That's better. But it's supposed to accelerate as it's going down is the thing. So, what I can do, I suppose what I should do, is grab all these bones and take this guy and move him this way. So that... I mean, the whole thing is kind of in slow-mo. So what if I just speed the whole thing up? So let's do 30 frames. I mean, immediately better, actually. Maybe the whole thing was just slow. Okay. Yeah. So, 20 frame attack animation? That seems about right. Okay, so that's good enough for the arms. I mean, it's not perfect. I'm gonna have to tweak this animation later, but we're gonna have to move along. So, I'm gonna take the foot. We're gonna work on the feet now. Firstly, I'm gonna adjust his knee, because I feel like his knee shouldn't be splayed outward like that. It should be... No, that's the knee. We're gonna move it, we're gonna point it more forward. I think that makes more sense. So. And actually, I feel like it shouldn't go back that far. But the hind leg should go back further, so. Oopsies. I actually mean to have that guy on that frame. We need to align the keyframes. It's just easier to do with. And I'm gonna also tilt the... we're gonna get some foot roll on that. So what does that look like? Yeah, that makes the whole foot movement look a bit more natural. Also, I feel like this leg should come out horizontally on the last frame of it further too. So what does that look like? Maybe not that far. Still not quite how I like it, but we might just have to roll with it and continue. So yeah, maybe it should actually be further back, the hind leg. Okay. There's some weird wobble with the arm here. So, where's the... Right there. It kind of goes to the side. I want to just keep it... I see. There's this extra keyframe in here. What does that look... Okay. I feel like... Can we just delete this keyframe? No. No, we can't. It's because of this guy. Can we... Okay, we can't do that. But it's this... Okay. Maybe we just want to smooth that guy out like that. Okay, cool. Alright, just tweaking the acceleration here. Well, maybe this does need to be just a little bit there. Maybe that'll help. Alright. Now let's just speed up the whole thing again. Because... Okay, 15 frames. It's not quite impactful. It's not quite how I like. Let's go back to 20. Anyway, let's just move ahead because this is not turning out how I want, but it'll be a fine placeholder attack. So let's just select the guys we want, and we're gonna export the GLTF to... Where's our meshes? Okay, behemoth.gltf export. Okay. Now let's close Blender. Let's go back to the game. Alright, so. Let's see what this looks like in game. We'll find Behemoth, wherever he is. I mean, I know exactly where he is. Ah, his walk animation is now messed up because I need to fix something. Alright, let's fix that. See, his arm is messed up. That is because I need to disable the constraint that I added before. So let's get back to that. Alright, Blender, where are you at? Alright, Behemoth. We're going to go back to the... First of all, we're going to do that. And then we're going to go back to the walk animation. And we need to disable this constraint that we have in the... So, pose mode. First of all, I believe we set this to 1. Insert keyframe. And we also need to disable these two. Insert keyframe. Insert keyframe. Save. Export again, and now his walk animation should be fixed. Behemoth. Here we go. Okay, cool. Back to the game. Alright, before we continue, I need to pour myself another cup of of Shamate. One moment. Just doing that off screen here. All right. There we go. I have some caffeine. We're ready to continue. All right. So, here's Behemoth over here. He's in his attack pose already. Behemoth. Animator. That doesn't seem right. Blender, where are you at here? Behemoth. 0 walk, 1 attack. Did it... So that's attack... Did it not export all the... And it also appears to have exported. Okay, let's try that one more time. Export. I am using Blender here, by the way. Export GLTF. Include selected objects only. Data, mesh, apply modifiers. Animation. Actions. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Extra. I believe it's exporting. Maybe I had that guy selected and I didn't mean to. Let's try that. Export. GLTF. Behemoth. Okay. Now Behemoth. Take this guy. Take the mesh and reload it. Oh, that crashed. Let's try that again. I don't know why that happened. Okay, Behemoth, where are you at? And are you using the correct animation that I want? Okay, he's walking. But he's missing an eye, which is annoying. So I think I can... One moment. Sorry, this is getting complicated. Alright, Behemoth. Can I reload you? But your eye doesn't come back. It does now. Okay, cool. I didn't select all the objects during export. That's exactly correct. So now I just did, and now his eye is back. So we're all good. So, okay. Behemoth, animator... current animation is 0. Now let's set it to 1. And now it's doing the attack. That kicks me back 2 every time. So, he needs a weapon of some kind. So I'm going to create a, let's add a log. Okay, I'm going to make him use the log as a weapon. So, let's do a... we're going to override this, and we're going to add a, item, attached item. Wait, where is it? Items. Oh, it's under animation, sorry. Attached item. We're going to make sure that that's an overridden component in this prefab, in the log. And we're going to set the target ent to Behemoth. This is very much like how we parented objects in Blender. And the target bone, I gotta find the bone. I don't know which number it is. Okay. We're almost there. It's gonna be on the other side. Maybe, or maybe it's... Okay, so it's going to be on the other arm, so it's going to be a higher number. So it's like, this is one thing I do want to improve in the engine, like finding bones. it's a little bit tough. 30? Yeah, okay, we're getting close. Okay, we do have visualization for the bones. It's just you can't really, so you can actually see there are some points where the bones are. So if we go into wireframe, you can actually see them. It's just, I think I probably need a better way of drawing them. And you see it's highlighting the one that, that we're trying to select here. So, 30, 29? Okay, 29 is the magic one that we want. And then we need to adjust the offset. So. Actually, we can just do it that way. And that gets saved in the... Okay. I'm gonna save. So now this guy's in this armor, and I'm actually gonna make this effect world transform. So now this object is gonna be in space. And so you can see it's actually... Let's see if that kills us. Because, that guy, that tree trunk has mass. So it should crush us. Oh, it does. There we go. Oh, wow. That was pretty... That was a pretty easy boss attack to set up. Although it's not... Here's what I can do. I'm gonna add a component, add a damage volume. And... Oh, it's rotated here. Well, that's annoying. Well, I'm just gonna... That's fine. I'm gonna need to tweak that, because currently this log is rotated in an annoying way. So we'll just have to deal with that. But if we sit under here and we hit the... Okay. Shit. Okay. Okay. Highlighting. Yes. So I'm gonna make the knockback on that crazy. Let's see what happens if we get hit by that. Oh. Oh, shit. It's not knocking us back. It should be... Damn it. Alright. Let's, where's Behemoth here? So I'm actually gonna reset the game here. Okay, so we did create a boss attack, actually, really quickly, which is kind of nice. That's working out, even though that was, like, I'm not sure this is the way I eventually want to go. Oh, I'm over here. I want to go to the Behemoth, doing his attack. Alright, smack me. Oh. This guy's not being... I can't cook this guy anymore. Huh. Which is the log? Okay. Oh. Why is it not colliding with me? That's a little odd. Collider. Shape. Rigid body. And there's no... Oh, I didn't save the damage volume. But that's okay. We actually probably shouldn't have it be a collider. We should just have the damage volume. Damage volume. Okay, so. knockback is going to be 10. Let's do 100. 100. Okay, so override component. And then we save. Let's see what happens. Do we get knocked back properly now? No. Why is the... We should be getting knocked back this way. But we're not. Why is that? Maybe there's not enough knockback for us. 1,000. Oh, okay, there we go. 10,000. Okay. Why does it need to be so high? Oh, maybe it's a multiplier on the damage. I think that's what it was. Okay, that's a lot. That much knockback, maybe. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay. Bam. Okay, so we need to fix this situation here with the orientation. So, basically it's because weapons are designed to be vertical, but that log is actually horizontal. So I think we're gonna need to give him his own actual club. So we're gonna quit game here, and then I'm gonna make him a real quick club. So we had that in this file. I'm just gonna copy object. I'm gonna create a new Blender file. Can I just paste it in here? No. Oh, I can. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna delete everything except this cylinder here. And we're gonna do object set origin geometry to origin? Yes. And then we're gonna do Shift S no. We're just gonna set the transform on this guy to 0. Then we're gonna rotate it so it's facing upward, which is the way that we want our weapons to be oriented. And I'm gonna move it so that the handle is right at 0. Then I'm gonna apply location. Then I'm gonna do, this is gonna be called Behemoth Club .blend. Gonna save. And then we're gonna export this guy as its own. In the same folder as Behemoth. Just make sure that I apply modifiers. Okay, that should be good. Keep original. We don't have any textures in here, but we will eventually. So, now we have a club that's actually gonna work for him. Let's go back to the game. Okay, so we're gonna create a new. We're gonna find that mesh in our meshes Behemoth. Behemoth Club. We're gonna create a new entity with the mesh. Yeah, this one's a lot bigger. We're gonna give it a physics. No, we're not gonna give it actually. We're gonna give it a damage volume. Just gonna put a. Just gonna change the naming format here. I'm gonna save that as a prefab just in case. We're gonna add a. Okay, so now we can adjust the. Here. Ooh, we need some kind of offset. I need an offset in damage volume to move it up, but I don't have that option. So here's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to set it to bludgeoning. But we're going to save this prefab. We're going to edit some code. So I'm going to go into damage volume. Okay, so wait. Damage volume here. We're going to just add a vec3, which is offset. And that's going to move it around in relation to the object that it's part of. And that's going to be initialized to 0. So, where's damage volume? Okay, so in our world, we add damage volume capsule. Here, we're just gonna take transform. And, ooh, actually. Yeah, so we're actually gonna do game world. Ugh. Game world transform. Trans dot position plus volume dot offset. Volume dot offset. We also need to multiply that by the orientation. Okay, and then we'll take this, and that's gonna be. So that's just gonna move it so that it's adjusted for the offset, and also I'm gonna display the offset in the editor as well. So we're gonna find damage volume. Okay, so I think we just copy this here. And it's T. Okay. And damage volume. Okay, so now we need to do imgui drag float 3. And let's do a and it's gonna be dot offset dot as float array. No, we need to loop that. Cool. What's wrong here? Oh, I don't need the. This is just gonna be called offset. And let's change the sensitivity to 0.1f. I believe that should be good. Cool. And now, just need to do that in JSON serializer. We just need to add that parameter so it gets saved. So we're going to find damage volume. We just need to add offset here, and then that's going to serialize it. Cool. Now we can go back and find the club, and hopefully get a better knockback here, because we can actually fit it to the club properly. Okay, why did we fail? We have a compiler error, which is yeah, this is a. You need to dereference that pointer there. You're dereferencing a null pointer. Yeah, y'all get that reference, I hope. Anyway, all right, how we doing? So while we're compiling, I would like to, It's still compiling. Okay, cool. While we're compiling, I would like to remind everybody that we do have some things that you can do to help support the channel. So if you, first of all, you can wishlist a game on Steam. That would be awesome. If you're new to the stream, subscribe to the channel and like the video. That would be great. And finally, if you want to support me financially and you like the stream, there's a link below this video to my Ko-Fi, where you can support me financially. And if you leave me a message, I will read it out on stream, at least the next stream that I see it. So if you do it today before the end of stream, I will read it out before the end of stream. And also, you get a special role in the Discord if you do that, to let everybody know that you're a supporter. Yeah. And are we? Yeah, we're still compiling here. So yeah, wishlist the game on Steam. Let me bring up the Steam page right now so that you can all see it, because I've been working on some oh, I don't want to show you the Steamworks page. I want to show you just the Steam page. Yeah, this is like a very important part of my job, is literally just making the Steam page look as good as possible. Nope. Anyway, the game is ready, but we have all sorts of screenshots. I've been trying to spruce it up a bit, but this is it, and you can wishlist it right here with this button. Hint, hint. Right here. Anyway, let's go back to the game. Now that my ad break is over. Okay, so let's find Behemoth, and let's tweak his club here. Oh. I guess we saved the prefab, but we didn't save the world, so let's go Behemoth Club here. Okay, so let's take that damage volume, and let's... Yeah, now we can adjust the offset here, which is exactly what I wanted. So we're just gonna kind of fit the club... to there. Okay, cool. That's good. I think people will be happy with that collision. Okay, actually, people are gonna get mad because the radius is too big. Let's just get it as good as we can. I think that's good. Maybe be a little bit more generous to the player and make it a little bit smaller. But we can save that prefab. Save the game. Now, I'm going to go ahead and delete our log. Alright, delete. Now we're going to take our Behemoth Club. And I'm going to add the attached item. Animation, attached item, and I'm gonna attach him to Behemoth. And the bone, I think we said, was 29. Okay, so you can see it's rotated, but that's fine because we can fix the rotation with the attached item here. We're just going to push that into place here. And now we're going to say, well, let's rotate that a little bit more. Now we're going to save the prefab as well. Go here. Ooh. Oh, I didn't click the effect world transform. Now you can see our damage volume is here. So let's save that prefab. So now can we get hit by it? Oh, I need to adjust the knockback. Whoopsies. Okay, so let's do 100 damage, let's say. That might kill me instantly, but let's do 100 knockback too. Oh, that's killing me real fast. Let's click him and give him a little bit more health. Let's just give him a shit ton of health while we're testing this. Oh. Oh, but I died already, so we're gonna have to... I'm gonna reset the game here. Let's get back to that. Alright. So where are we at? Grubby is asking me, how is Neon Genesis Evangelion? Which he knows that I'm watching. It's pretty good. You know, I will say, where's my... Why is it missing? Did it not get saved? Where's my Behemoth Club? Okay, the Behemoth Club is here. But is the attached... Okay, something's going wrong with that. Okay, Behemoth. We're not saving the attachment to Behemoth for some reason. Save prefab. Oh, it's because it's a prefab. Okay, I'm gonna remove the... It's not a prefab anymore. I think that's screwing us up. Or we would have to override the attached item, but there's only one, so we don't need it to be a prefab. Anyway, back to Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good... I'm not a big anime guy, and I do think that, like, there's a lot of, like, weird fan service stuff in Evangelion, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's alright. Pretty good animation, I would say, though. So let's do 1,000 knockback and 100 damage. Let's do... Sorry, 50 damage. Let's try that. Okay, save. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. So more knockback. Let's do more. More. Also more damage. Magma Driver? I did not finish it yet. I'm at episode like 20. Like I think episode 20. I think that's where I'm at. So I didn't finish it yet. Okay, cool. So let's do... What happens when we get hit by that? Okay. Okay, there we go. I want more knockback. Add another 0 to that. How's that work? Okay, that's too much. Like, 10xing the knockback was probably going to be too much, yeah. Okay, so... Okay, cool. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Okay. So he has an attack now, which is nice. So, what can we do with it? Okay, so it's going to be active the whole time. Okay, let's get him back to his walk animation. So Behemoth, so he's now walking with his club. I need to tweak that club rotation. Yeah. Save. That's better. So we're gonna eventually need to add a... Oh. Transfer. Okay. Save that. Stay another hour and teach us about harmonization. I can't... I don't think that's gonna work out this stream. We'll do a music stream later. We can talk about harmonization then, but this is some of the music that I wrote. This is kind of a short loop. I want to extend this piece. But I still don't have my music set up on Linux properly. Like, I don't have all my VST plugins, so I can't do the orchestral score stuff. Which is what I need to do. Let me just turn down the volume here, because I feel like this is actually too much. But, okay. So, we need to give him a script. Will we do that today? Probably not. We got 15 minutes left in stream. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. We're good here for now. We did some work on Behemoth. He can actually hurt you now. And I'm just going to show you some other stuff that I worked on. Yeah, Bridge. Yeah, I looked into it. I haven't got around to messing with it yet because of various things that I've been busy with, unfortunately. So I do want to get more music done for this. Why is this so far underwater? That's odd. I'm sorry. Did I just get heavier somehow? Because it's underwater now where it wasn't before. That's weird. That's weird. Or maybe just the position of the water changed. I don't know. It should... Anyway, I'll deal with that later. What I wanted to show you is we did some work on the Spyglass last stream, but we now have new stuff to show you with the Spyglass. So let's go get our Spyglass from Vinny, as we often do. Oh, nice roll. Nice roll. Avoided damage on that one. By the way, when you are falling, you can roll to avoid damage. That is a tech that you can use. So, hey kid, what's up? Welcome to the island. Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. What do you mean? Okay, cool. Sorcerer, blah, blah, blah. Alright. He's also got Behemoth. Yeah, what do you want me to do? Okay, get the thing, blah, blah, blah. This is... Okay, got it. Capiche? Yeah, okay, bye. One more thing. I have something. He's gonna give us a Spyglass right now. So he's gonna get our Spyglass, and then I will show you all the cool things that I did with it. Since last time. It's gonna be very Breath of the Wildy, just because, like, you know, they had it all implemented, so I just looked at what they did and not like their code, because that's not available, obviously, it's a Nintendo game, but just, like, the way it works in that game is pretty much gonna be similar to the way it works in this game. So, it can help you find things that are far away, try going to a hot place and look through it, you never know what you might see. Alright, so we're gonna go over to that stone butte over there, and we're gonna show off what we've done with the Spyglass. New ASO meta, exactly. I mean, the meta grows every day. The other meta that is clearly is that you can roll everywhere, which rolling is honestly the best tech. A game is all about rolling. Yeah. So while we get here, I want to thank everybody. We are getting a lot of more views on the YouTube. My last video about GPU prices has been doing pretty well, because people are mad about GPU prices, as I will explain. However, I will say that video has gotten some of the stupidest comments that I've ever gotten on YouTube. I don't want to single anybody out, but, like, one of the major themes is that, like, the American mind can apparently not comprehend that Canadian dollars are a different currency, and that prices are different when you convert. So that's one of them. Also, some people being like, oh, well, you first world man, why are you complaining about GPU prices? Which is an insane take to me, because it's like, you're complaining that I'm complaining because they're worse for you. I'm on your side, buddy. GPU prices are bad. Nobody can afford them. So, anyway, just wanted to give a little bit of my feedback on the feedback to that video. But we will have more videos. We will have more videos on the channel. Probably clips from one of these streams. But anyway, let's take a look at the Spyglass. If we look at my map, let's go into the map. We can see this is the areas that I've been to. We're in grasslands right now. So, You need to add where you can dive into a puddle and zoom infinite distances. I haven't actually played Super Mario Sunshine. I played Odyssey. I have Galaxy on my shelf. I'm supposed to play it at some point. But I think I have Sunshine as well, actually. I think I have Sunshine as well. I got to get around to playing it, but I've just got so much shit on the docket here. So let's use the spyglass. So let's say we want to go here. Let's put a marker right here. Did you hear that? Let's turn up the volume. Turn down the music volume just so we can hear the marker sound effect. So there's a marker over here, and then let's say I want to check out this waterfall. So I'm gonna put a marker over here. So it's a little bit of sound effect, and we have a marker. So now if we go back to our map, we can see that we have 2 markers here. So let's say we didn't want that one. We can actually remove it. It's gone. And that does serialize. That does get saved. So, but let's go back to the spyglass and put our marker back here. And let's go to this marker, and so we can reveal it on our map. Oh, yeah, let me grab the chest thing here. I like the sound effect for the marker. Thank you. So, if you were wondering what that sound effect was, that is a bass drum with itself duplicated and pitched an octave up and turned backwards. So it's a bass drum being played over itself, which is backwards and tuned up an octave. So I think that sounds pretty cool. Ouch. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you're doing rolls like that. Oh, we don't have a weapon, so I gotta be careful with the javelinas here, so I don't get attacked by one. So sneaking around the javelina. Hope. Oh, he's already seen me. Let's run away. All right, so we're going to our marker. So we can see on the map that that we pointed this way, right? So basically, we just keep going this way to get to our marker. Although I need to probably add... Oh, God, there's so many javelinas. I can beat them to death with the spyglass, but I'm afraid it won't be very effective. So let me keep going. In before Bjorn setting markers like a circle so you only see white. You can do that. I mean, why stop you? I mean, I could do something where I limit the number of markers you can place. I don't know. Okay, so now we've made it to our marker. There's no location here, but, you know, we can swim in our little pool. Now, there is nothing behind this waterfall, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. There may be stuff behind other waterfalls, so stay tuned for that. Oh. Let's... Oh, shit, he does see me. Oh, okay, fucking Christ. Alright, let's get these peppers here. Okay. No? Okay, hide behind the tree. Can I hide behind here? No, okay, no, shit. I guess that wasn't a very good hiding spot. Limit markers and add DLC to place more. No, I'm not gonna do that, you know? Okay, so we're gonna go to our other marker, which is at the fort here. But... yeah, there is no limit to markers at the moment. But you know what? Well, we're getting close to the end of stream, so we might do a little bit of end of stream chaos, as we often do, with marker placement. So, there we go. We got to the fort. We got our music transition. And let's go up here. And let's place some markers. So I'm gonna go up to the top. I'm gonna go up somewhere high. And we're gonna see how many markers we can... We can draw something interesting with the markers, actually. So let's pick up our spyglass. And let's see if we can draw a picture. So let's do a smiley face. So what does that look like on the map? We got 2 here. Oh, but it's oriented. Okay, so we need to orient it differently. We need to look this way. So let's go in the spyglass. Do our smiley face. We got 1 eye, 2 eyes. What does that look like on the map? Oh, that's not quite good. All right, let's delete that one. Do it a little bit higher. Okay, that's close enough. Now let's try to do a circle around them. I can't see anymore, but let's see what that looks like on the... Oh, God! Oh, God, that's a mess. That's an absolute mess. Let's just blind ourselves with markers. We could just keep doing them. I guess I can put, like, a little bit of a delay on it. Just to prevent you from, like, really spamming it out to the point at which it deafens you. But we do have a lot... can we make the entire map black here? Probably. There's a famous Frank Zappa tune called The Black Page, where the reason it's called The Black Page was, and this is kind of what I was saying we should do here, is because apparently, like, there's so many notes in it that, and 7, that's the average max of shit humans can deal with at the same time. That's an interesting take, that 7 is that number. I wonder where that comes from. That's interesting. So anyway, the black page is called the black page because there were so many notes on the page that allegedly the score for it was black because it was all notes. There was no white. Obviously that's an exaggeration, but the black map could be an achievement. Actually, that's what the achievement should be called. It should be called the black map, and it's if you place so many markers that it's like I don't know, like if you place 100 markers, you'll get the achievement black map. I could do that. That would be fun. So, and it has to be 100 markers at the same time. Probably. Maybe some ridiculous, even higher number than that. But, so, where are our markers? Why don't we follow the trail of markers? So if you go back into your spyglass, you can see the markers. So let's a little bit hard to navigate this terrain because it's rough. So let's follow this. Okay. Actually, while we just play this last bit, I'm gonna show off that we actually do have gamepad support. Here, what? Do I see my? I gotta see my camera. I can't see the. So we do have gamepad support. This is an Xbox 360 controller, one of the greatest controllers ever made, in my opinion. But we can use it to control the game. Yeah, here we go. So immediately, as soon as we start pressing on the controller, we notice our prompts change. So we can use the spyglass here. We can jump around. Oh, shit. Yeah. So it does actually, we can access all the functions, and, our map still works. We get a slightly different cursor because it's a gamepad, and we can still select these and remove them. So yeah. Gamepad is fully functional, which allows it also to work on Steam Deck, which I do a lot of testing on, because I think it's a great console. But yeah. Look at who we found with a little smokestack rising out. Is that Pierre? Is that Pierre Pistolet? Yeah. It is, by the way, in case you were wondering. So, we don't have any bombs, but we did find Pierre. Alright. Let's zoom right in on his face. I actually had to do some things with shadows, strangely enough, because, so let's climb up here. Let's put away our spyglass. So, there's a lot of, like, lotting shit that happens when you switch to the spyglass, because, It is on this. It is on the. It's already on the Steam Deck, Grubby. Everybody in the Discord is playing it on Steam Deck because it's cool. I play it on Steam Deck all the time. You don't need to port. You don't need to port for a Steam Deck. It just works. If you have your game, if your game is coded correctly, it will just work on the Steam Deck if you support all the things that the Steam Deck has, which is like gamepad support and like scaling and everything. It'll just kind of work. But what do you mean they'll both be happy? Like, there's only two Steam... There's, like, 5 Steam Deck players in the Discord. 5 that I know of. You know, Steam Deck is awesome, and you gotta get on that. Well, I mean, probably not, because... they're very expensive. Unfortunately, I got mine while I still had a job. Well, I do have a job, which is this. But when I still was working for the man, I did buy one. But now, now I can't afford to buy things like that. Or fancy GPUs, unless you guys donate down below. And if you guys are curious, I do have a shirt. I was thinking of maybe making some of these if you guys are interested, if people would be interested in buying one of those. I might sell them. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, so that the fans will do all the porting for me. Unfortunately, you gotta have players for that first. You gotta have fans. Which is a thing. Although, technically... ASO is running on Linux thanks to the support of the fans. I did have some help from Decker, who helped me move my thing to CMake and helped me port it to Linux. So shout out to Decker, huge thank you. Couldn't have done it without you. Yeah. But also porting to future platforms, that's gonna be interesting because I do want to eventually support Switch or Switch 2, depending. But that's gonna... Ooh, had a little bit of culling bug there. Ooh, that's a culling bug. That's interesting. Gonna have to fix that later. But anyway, it is now 1 p.m. I will like to thank everybody for tuning in. You're interested in shirts. We'll need to see the dance. Well, it'll be like this. It'll be like that. Yeah. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'd like to thank you guys all. It's been good. This is actually a good turnout for a Thursday morning. Thursday morning for me, it's like obviously later for a lot of you guys. I do want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I did get some work done. A little bit interested to do another stream in the morning. Hopefully I'll get a little bit... Oh, Firefly, you're tuning in right at the end! Yeah, sorry, we did some animation and stuff, but thanks for tuning in. Unfortunately, oh, let me just check just in case anybody donated before I, oh, sorry, it's on the other computer. Yeah, tune in on Saturday. There will be another one for you. Okay, so, we do have a donation, but I'm going to save that one for later because that is donated by somebody who could not make it to the stream today. So we're going to save that one for next week. Anyway, so, but I will like to thank you guys all for tuning in. We're just going to wrap it up now. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Wishlist the game on Steam. Join the Discord. I got too many things to say. It's a fantastic game about exploring an island in the 17th century. Don't forget to wish it on Steam. And if you want to support me financially, you can do so below on Ko-Fi if you like the stream and you want to give me a tip. Thank you to everybody who has donated. It's been super helpful. We're going to buy a new webcam eventually with the money from that. You also, if you donate, you will get your name... you will get a special role in the Discord, and I will read out your message on stream. So I want to thank you guys all for doing that, and thank you for tuning in. Don't forget all the things I said, like, subscribe, all that jazz. I will see you guys Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern right here. So yeah, bye guys, great stream.